To kick off today's Part to Prem episode, I thought it'd be nice just to take a look at our manager profile, because today we've got our 200th game as a manager. We are going to be taking on Lancaster in it, the team that we did battle with last season, and you might have spotted something else new here. Not the change in attributes, although they have got a little bit better, despite the fact the board still won't send me on a coaching course for whatever reason, but we have just signed a new deal with the club for 3 further seasons, so the long-term future here at FC United is secured. I don't think we're going to be going anywhere anytime soon. And as I said, we've got a lovely occasion today. Our 200th game in charge, 123 wins, 38 draws, 38 losses. Let's see if we can make it 124 today. As, we've also got a big game in the FA Trophy where we're taking on a Southport team that really we should be winning. Anyway, let's get into this. I'm excited. Lots to cover. We've played, I think, 13 matches since you were last here. Today is episode number 12 of Park to Prem with FC United. You might have spotted it in the top right. We're far in the future. We've played a lot of matches since you were last here, so rather than spend all day talking about them, I'm going to flash them up on screen here and talk you through the big ones. The headline news really being that we're still in the FA Trophy. We've been pretty good defensively in the league with plenty of clean sheets, and the goals have continued to flow. Of course, last episode we took on Chester to wrap things up. You can see into the rest of the month of December, largely back at winning ways. Stephen Gold getting plenty of goals, Louis Maitland getting on the score sheet too. Of course, we talked about this kind of last episode. As a strike pairing, they're very complementary to one another. They're great, they get on amazingly. Both are not loving me at the moment. I say that, Maitland has actually just signed a new deal, and it turns out if you just offer a player a load of money, they get happier. As for Stephen Gold, we did have a little bit of a wobble with him. He showed a little bit of annoyance due to the fact there was interest in him. The interest from League One teams has subsided, and so he's now happy to stay around. That is also why the value here says 3 million. That's the asking price. I've slapped on him. Really, I feel like he's kind of irreplaceable. Similar with Butterworth as well. And whilst Stephen Gold's interest has, diminished in him, teams have just decided not to pick him up in January, and as a result, he's happy to stay around. Ross Butterworth, who is without doubt one of our most talented players, he is less happy. I've set an asking price for him of 2.5 million. At the moment, there's actually no teams interested in him, because of course the transfer window has now since closed, because we're in February, but yeah, he's not been a happy bunny. He wanted to join Plymouth. I said, you're not going to Plymouth, because they offered, I think, £10,000 for him. Of course, with our players, their values are quite low, especially because their reputation's low. They're not on a lot of money when it comes to their contracts. And, because of those reasons, I wasn't going to sell either player. Both Butterworth and Gold and Maitland, all now on long-term deals for at least the next 2 or 3 years. They're the players I really want to build around. So, yeah, despite the fact they've been unhappy, they've still kind of performed on the pitch, which is always nice. There's nothing worse in Football Manager than when players get unhappy and then suddenly they lose the ability to score. We've all been in that situation. But anyway, as I mentioned, a good run of games, but we did lose against Kettering to end the month of December. Bit of an annoying one, this one. Away from home, I feel like we were the better team. As you can see, though, from the ratings of our players, no one really showed up in this one. So into January, we went a month where we were unbeaten. We kept 3 clean sheets in the opening games, 2 wins and a draw. Stephen Gold getting goals in both the wins. We then took on Morpeth Town in the FA Trophy, which is a competition we are still in. And, we won this one 2-1. Harry Lennon getting both goals for us. A man who we brought in at the start of the year. I've not talked about him because he's really just a squad player, but we did have him, I think, at Hereford. When we did a save game at Hereford like 5 years ago now. Was he at Hereford? He's definitely played for me in a Let's Play before and been kind of the Quanta style of player. A tall player who's good at set pieces and is just a pretty solid defender. I feel like when you actually compare him to Quanta here, there's not really a world of difference. But at 31 years old, he's some good experience, and he's obviously ideal for when I do need to rotate things for cup games, like we did in this match here. He came on and he grabbed a couple. Really, really top performance by him. Maybe a bit disappointing, a bit concerning. We relied on set pieces to beat Morpeth, but a win is a win. And well, from there, we had 4 more games, all in the league, 3 wins and a defeat. The defeat was a 1-0 defeat against Brackley, but let's look at the positives. The goals are flowing. Gold's been getting on the score sheet. Butterworth's been on the score sheet. Maitland's been on the... Everyone's scoring. We're just playing well. I think that's been the trend of this year so far. We're just performing well. All those results mean drumroll please, we are still top of the league. We have a game in hand on Macclesfield, and well, with 16 games left of the season, we are 7 points clear, and with a game in hand. Yeah, if we don't win the league this year, I'm going to consider it a bottle. We should be winning the league from this scenario. Today's game, obviously, is against Lancaster City, who were promoted with us last year. Of course, they finished second. They then won the playoffs. This year, they've done pretty well adapting to a new division. Up in 9th place, they're knocking on the door of the playoffs, and it just felt like a good time to come back. Our 200th game, and as I also mentioned during the intro, we've also got Southport to take on, a team who traditionally slightly higher up in the Football League. They were in the National League, they were then in the Regional National Leagues, actually relegated from the National North last year. So a game I expect us to win, but with the league kind of looking like a certainty, dare I say, I feel like the FA Trophy, especially after last year's run, is a trophy I'd quite like to win, and we're in the 5th round, we're quite far in it, why not aim to win it? Last year we got to the semi-finals, hoping we can go a couple of steps further this year. So this is the only league game today. It's a big one though against Lancaster, and the big headline news is everyone is available. Through January, I did consider signing some players, but just because we were playing so well, and I'm pretty happy with the squad balance, I didn't want to throw new faces into the dressing room unnecessarily. So there is some surplus wage budget, it does still exist. I don't think it's going to be spent this year, to be honest. And well, this is the team that we're going to go with today. The only change really being that Declan John at left back is coming back from an injury, isn't fit to start. And to be honest, Matthew Blake, who has been the backup left back this year, but who is very good at set pieces for this level, he's performed pretty well so far. He's on a 7.54. He's almost the Crow of the left back position. Yeah, Crow still just absolutely bonkers. I don't really know what he's doing other than the fact he's a bit of a set piece wizard when it comes to his crossing and just corners in general. But obviously Blake on the other side gives us a similar player, I suppose. And I'm hoping with those two either side, obviously Quanta in the middle to aim for, and then just Gold, Maitland and Wallace running the show in the final third. We're going to win this one to mark my 200th game with a convincing win. That's what I'd like. Let's go and see if we can make it happen. I feel like the first few years of this year's Park to Prem, full of jeopardy, full of stress, worries, not everything clicking at once. This year, at least right at this moment in time, it feels quite good. It feels quite relaxing, dare I say, and I'm hoping we're going to see more action like that. Butterworth turns up from centre mid, gets the goal, and it's just Gold who we're aiming for with the cross, nodding it down to his partner in crime on that left side of our narrow midfield. And, well, 18 minutes gone. First highlight of the game, first goal. It's always nice, isn't it, in Football Manager to have a year where stuff clicks. I know some of you just want to see me have meltdowns. You want to see me cry. You want to see me be upset. Can we just appreciate the nice football on display? The fact that we've got this group of players and, well, right now, they're playing well. I'm obviously wary of the fact that Vanarama National League is a way more competitive league than this division. And, again, like this league, only one team goes up. But at the same time, I suppose it says a lot for where we're at, that we're in February, and I'm already talking about the promotion like it's a certainty. Of course, we have got that big points gap. Weirder things have happened, and you know what? Sometimes you load up Football Manager for the day and everything just goes wrong, doesn't it? But right now, today, doesn't look like it's one such occasion. Wallace, I think he would have been offside anyway, but a good chance there, just wide of the post. Free kick for us, Matthew Blake. I bigged up his set pieces, and oh my word, he's hit the woodwork. Can Maitland keep this alive? Quanta hits it. Not known for his finishing ability from that kind of position. It goes way wide of the mark, but we are straight into a goal kick highlight from the resulting bit. And well, Quanta doing Quanta things there. Wins his header. Gold is played through. He's not the quickest player, but at this level, he can still get ahead of a lot of defenders. He goes down in the box. It was a really good tackle by Yarrow. Now, Lancaster City looking to maybe attack into the space left behind as we had men surge forward with the ball. It's Yarrow who won the ball initially to Thompson. Got plenty of men behind the ball here, and now we're going to maybe look to press, look to force them to go long, win the ball in the air, and then attack. And that is exactly what we're going to do. It's Butterworth, the goal scorer, playing through Maitland, who I think has timed that run to perfection. He hits the post first time, but he's going to be there for the rebound. His 17th goal of the season. Recently signed a new deal. It's £1,200 a week. It's Stephen Gold kind of money, but I wanted to lock him down longer term. I wanted to deter interest in him. And well, the number 10, repaying the faith shown in him there. Really tidy finish on the rebound. The run by him was nice. The ball through was superb. 2-0 up, half an hour gone. And just to confirm, was he onside? Of course he was onside. Yeah, really well-timed run, as I said. Bit disappointing he couldn't finish it first time, but a goal's a goal. We're 2-0 up here, and well, maybe we can start the party for 200 games now. We've been top drawer, and with 5 minutes left of the half, I mean, look at it. They've not had a shot on target. Our XG's 2.52. Yeah, doesn't get much more convincing than this. Okay, early free kick here. It's going to be Blake over it at left back, on his left foot, bends it. Not for the first time this game, not going a million miles away with an effort from range. Yet again, a shot that goes wide of the post. It goes straight into another highlight. A goal kick, which we've managed to immediately win the ball from and now bring it forward. Maitland holds it well, gives it to Stevie Gold, who can't quite get his noggin on it. But Blake, who has that ability to whip in the ball, we talked about it pre-game, he puts it in and Maitland goes down. It's been given as a penalty by Shaw. And suddenly, 2 minutes into the half, a chance to extend our lead even further. A team who last year really did butt heads with us. A team of similar quality, but I feel like you're really seeing that step up that we took in terms of acquisitions this year showing off, of course. We're a well-supported team. We have the funds to be able to make those upgrades. And it just feels like everything is clicking right now. Stevie Gold puts it in the bottom corner, makes it 3-0. And yeah, it's the Maitland and Gold show right now. But to be honest, there's just a sea of green ratings, and it could yet get worse because Dylan Crow's going to cross it in. Quantz's there. The keeper parries it straight down to Gold. We're only 8 minutes into this second half, and we've already managed to score 2 goals in it. And I'm not sure if Quantz will actually be given an assist here, but he had a free header at the near post. The keeper did really well to stop it, but no one was there to bail him out and help him out when it came to the rebound. I feel like after 57 minutes, I have a chance here to just rotate the team and maybe protect a player or two. I think what I'm actually going to do is take off Wallace and just bring in Jamie Dunn, give the youngster some game time. You can see here he's been developing really, really well as of late, so we want to maintain this level of development if we can. Yeah, he's been a surprise package, Jamie Dunn. Kind of brought him in to be this super sub, and whilst he's not necessarily put in outstanding performances on the pitch, his development has kind of exceeded what I expected from him. I feel like you're seeing that in this game here. As we looked at his profile, there's just a sea of green ratings. Also, what's happened here? Why? Lancaster, what's happened? I don't know. Half the Lancaster players are now playing in black. I don't think this is legal. I don't think this is league-sanctioned rules. And wait, no, that's done for us. All the subs for both teams are playing in black. Oh, this is going to get very confusing for everyone involved. I don't know what to tell you. Shimanga's through. Right, it looks like there's 3 different teams playing on the pitch. Is this a new form of football? It's 1v1v1 or 11v11v11. I think it is just the subs for either team. Actually, have they made all 3? I'm so confused. Does anyone else know what's happening? Have you seen this before in Football Manager? My brain's struggling to compute what's happening, and as a result, I don't really know what to say. They're on the attack. What's happening? Blake gets it away to Butterworth. Down the line. I mean, Steve Gold wants his hat-trick. Is that their centre-back there? I think it is in the middle in black. Shimanga has just scored for them. It's 4-1. There's 24 minutes left. I'm really confused. What's happening? Is it... it's quite difficult to focus on the game right now. I'm going to have to think of a great clickbait thumbnail for this scenario. What would you call this video? Answers on a postcard down in the comments. I need a clickbait name for the video. Obviously, you're seeing the video, so I've come up with a name already. Come up with a better name than this. We've invented a new sport. Cabazuto, whose name I've been assured in Portuguese kind of translates loosely to big head. Oh my word. Gold heads it, hits the woodwork. Done. Who I've bigged up a lot, gives it back to Crow, who could, I thought for a second, win us another penalty. It's been dealt with. I'm so confused. Are the kits going to come back? I mean, there's 10 minutes left here. Well, it's all going to be over soon. The XG of 4.92 is mad. We've dominated this game from start to finish, and the good news, I was about to say the good news is, there's going to be no more highlights. There's another highlight. Oh my word, Harker. Crazy save from the corner. Makes another save there with a minute left. I don't know. It's like they've all decided to dress up as referees. You know, they've been inspired by the linesman and the ref and decided, you know what, I'd like to wear black too. Okay, right. There's a minute left here. Let's all just try and remain a little calmer. I don't think there's another goal in this game. This feels like one of those pointless end-of-match highlights, although I've been wrong before. And Lancaster, I mean, they're on the attack again here. It's floated towards the back post. Harker, what a save for the cameras. Not entirely sure what we're watching here with half an hour left. It's like the game's got confused as to what's happening as well, to be honest. Okay, ball forward. Can Gold win it? No. This is a pointless highlight, isn't it? I've just got this. I mean, if they score, I now look like an idiot, but it just feels like nothing's... Have we gone to full match by mistake? No, we're still on key highlights. I don't know what's happening today. The game has lost the plot. It's full time. There were 3 different kits on display. I mean, we've won 4-1. I literally don't know what we've just seen. Convincing win, though. What a way to mark 200 games in charge. What would be even better, I was about to say, is if Macclesfield lost, and they did lose. They lost 2-1 to Braintree, so we have pulled ahead 10 points at the top. We have a game in hand still, and, well, there's 16 games left of the year. This feels like a season that is just going to wrap up comfortably. Unfortunately, Maitland is set for a goal bonus if he gets 15 goals of £4,100, which, I mean, we should have the money to afford, although when you look at the overall balance, the red number is a tad bit scary. Gonna be honest, no idea what was going on in the match there at the end, but a win is a win. Results have gone our way. We're going to go forward for the game against Southport, away from home against slightly lower level opposition, hoping we can get another convincing win, and, hoping we can take one step further to maybe being able to secure the FA Trophy. I don't know why I care so much. I've never cared about the FA Trophy in a lower league save, but after last year getting to the semi-final as a massive underdog, I really want to win it before we get to the Football League. Who knows how many years we're going to have to do that. And, the mission to do it is going to continue in just a mo. Okay, so we're taking on Southport in this second game. A lower league team, a team in the league below, so who are relegated from, obviously, the National North that we're in now. There's a temptation to rotate things, and to be honest, I think I'm going to do a full rotation job. So I think the likes of Mikulski we're going to bring in. We're going to bring in Rodwell Grant. You know what? Jamie Dunn in, and Becker in, because Cabazuto did pick up a little bit of a knock. We can actually go a little bit mad with this, I realised. Declan John at left back. Back at right back is Jack Thomas. I mean, look at this is weird, right? I think this is the first year in Park to Prem where I actually have a team full of players that I can kind of bring in and still feel confident with, you know, like as a full set of rotation, I suppose. So, for example, we have the likes of McIntyre come back into the team, a star last year, who's really a squad player now, but still very good for this division. Another man like Harry Lennon I've not talked about is Lewis Brunt. I'll be honest, he's rather unspectacular, but he's just a solid little versatile player who can play anywhere in the middle. We're going to slot him, I think, in at ball-winning midfielder, and then have Mbeka to the right as the box-to-box, just because Mbeka's a little bit better going forward. Obviously, Dunn's going to get the nod. I feel bad for Mikulski and Rodwell Grant, because when we signed them kind of last year, I thought they might be the main duo, especially when Rodwell Grant came in halfway through the year. But to be honest, just with Maitland and Gold, it's kind of difficult to rotate things around too much. The good news, I suppose, is that both players have been relatively happy with their first team opportunities. Elsewhere at the back, I'm going to bring in Harry Lee, who of course was the starting centre-back last year, obviously demoted down to a fringe player this year. He's going to get the nod. And then we're also going to play Tom Sams, who of course is just the super sub defender who can play everywhere, but to be honest is also quite a good centre-back for this level. I feel like it's actually quite a testament to our depth here that we've rotated the entire starting 11, completely enforced, and I feel like we should be okay. I'm just checking the fitness levels of the 2 players who needed tests, but they're going to be fine. Cabazuto will actually take off and have Dylan Crow on the bench for, just because he is currently carrying that knock. But yeah, I mean, what a blessing to be in when at this level we can just rotate the team. I realise I'm talking about how big brain this is and how great they are. Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music, and it's now losing this game. Hopefully, that ain't going to happen. Should I be concerned 15 minutes into this game? Absolutely no highlights, but they are having more shots and slightly more of the ball than us. Maybe I'm going to live to regret this. They're playing a 4-3-3. We are, of course, just playing our normal system. It's not been a game full of highlights early on, although we have got one here and now. O'Connor to Stacey, inside to Hughes. We crowd out the middle of the pitch so much. We are going to force them wide. With them playing a 4-3-3, got to be a little bit wary of the wing-backs overlapping and maybe creating overloads. But I'd like to think that we can still win this game and that it's not going to be a problem for us. We are missing Dylan Crow and his wand of a right foot, though, at right back. So maybe that's going to be the decisive factor. He is on the bench, of course, and, well, we might call upon him if we go down here because they're on the attack. Harry Lee, it looked like a great tackle, I'll be honest, in 3D, but the ref's given a foul. Harry Lee has also got injured in it all. And well, now we look at Harker, who is the only player who was in the team last game to go big in goal for us. And, well, go big, he's not. He's gone the wrong way. Kieran O'Connor gives Southport the lead. I don't think it could have been a worse opening 27 minutes, as far as we're concerned. A goal down, Penalty conceded. Not look great. You know what? Shouty. It's time to demand more and try and turn things around before the break. 10 minutes left of the half. Thomas at right back throws it short to Rodwell Grant. It's going to be floated towards the back post. Dunn can't win it, but McIntyre is there. The Canadian playmaker who has that creativity kind of at the core of how he plays. He spreads the ball wide, but it's just dealt with by Southport again. With them having their lone striker up top, I'm not overly concerned about them getting the ball forward quickly. What I am concerned about is the fact we're not really creating a lot, although there might be a chance here. There is a chance here, and it's been taken. It's Nesta McIntyre with it. A man who has just collapsed down the pecking order. Kicked up a stink in the off-season because I hadn't played him in the position I promised him to play in. I mean, he had played games, but I lied to him to get him to sign for me. I've never really forgiven him for that stink that he kicked up. But maybe I'll forgive him if he can win us this game here. He's got 1 to his name. It was a tidy finish by the number 17. I do feel like the kind of centre mid on attack in this formation really does get forward and get good goal scoring opportunities. Normally it would be Butterworth, but on that occasion, obviously with a rotated team, it's Nesta doing the exact same job. I look for more of those runs from deep from him today. And well, we've got 1 goal. Maybe the wind is in our sails now. It's the goal scorer McIntyre giving it to Brunt, who, I'm going to be honest, no idea what that pass was, but what I do know is it was absolutely garbage. Carragher now with the ball. Humphrey, I mean, they're just knocking it around the back. What are you doing, Southport? And then they just go long. It's Doolan with it, but Sams wins the header well. Now in McIntyre, plays it forward. Rodwell Grant, good in the air, but couldn't win it there. And suddenly Doolan is in behind. Don't give away another penalty, please. Or a goal, ideally. He takes it around the goalkeeper. It's a crazy finish by Doolan on the counter-attack. And, well, we were back in the game. We were at level for about 2 minutes. And it's the underdogs yet again just catching us on the break. Harker just wandering out of goal. It looked like he was sleepwalking out. Didn't really put the attacker under any pressure. Tidy finish by him. And yeah, I'm going to have to think about making some subs at the break because, I mean, look at the stats. Look, I shouldn't have rotated the team. I've tried to manage the squad with this midweek fixture and yeah, it's backfired spectacularly so far. Now, the question perhaps is, what are the changes that I do? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Quansah. In fact, let's just fix this. Does anyone else have an issue in Football Manager where the sorting doesn't work properly? Is that just me? I feel like I've seen it with a few people where the positions and roles and duties never sort properly. I'm going to bring in Quansah and I'm going to take off Mikulski and bring in Stephen Gold. There's a real temptation to bring in Maitland as well, to be honest, and just go with the kind of 3 all-star players that really make a difference for us. But it'd be a bit of a gamble to make all of our subs now, knowing there's still 45 minutes to play and injuries could obviously just completely end the game for us. But let's see if we can turn things around as the ball is whipped in. Of course, Quansah now the man to aim for on set pieces. We've not found him there, and suddenly there's a 3-on-2 at the back. Thomas does exceptionally well, though, to win that tackle. How can we try and go up the other end and do something? Stephen Gold brought on off the bench, not to pass the ball like that. Gave it away atrociously. Carragher for them. Quansah wins the nod down. Dunn now with it to Gold. McIntyre. Dunn. Really nice build-up play. Oh my word. I don't know what possessed him to shoot from there. Very nearly ended up in the back of the net though. Just over the bar by Dunn. Now we're gone in this game. I've got to change things, haven't I? I've got to change things. I'm going to bring in Maitland for Rodwell, I think. I'm going to get the wing-backs on the attack. Can then Becker play right mid? He can. I'm going to do something a bit weird here. This might be mental. It might not work. I'm going to play in Becker as a winger. And the reason I'm going to do that is because their left-sided guy who's playing as a wide target man has ripped us to shreds in this game here. I'm hoping by having him Becker wider, we can maybe just cut off the supply to him a little bit and put in the supply like that for Quansah. Declan John with the ball in. Quansah doing Quansah things. He's just a giant at the near post. He makes all the rest of the players around him look like children in the box. He's risen well. Stevie Gold was there as well. One of them was going to win the header. It's 2-2 here. 20 minutes left. The sub has done what we brought him on to do. And, well, we have another chance here. John to whip it in again. Where's Gold? There's Gold. I mean, Declan John taking set pieces for us on that left foot with Crow out. It's Gold. It's Quansah. We brought them in for one reason and one reason only. It's because they're just absolute weapons. Like battering rams that we can just, call upon when the time is right. And well, they both managed to get their headers on goals there. And suddenly, with 10 minutes left, we've turned around a game that we absolutely do not deserve to win. I would say we've shut them down well in the half. I mean, is there really going to be another corner? We've hit the crossbar. Dunn can't get the rebound. Southport's defence actually looks so small in 3D. Like, it's almost comical. The mismatch of heights with them trying to mark Quansah and Gold. I really, really want to look at Southport's defence here, because I think we are just bullying them. I mean, I say that. I think we're just bullying them. We've scored 3 corners in the space of like 20 minutes. And on the one hand, I kind of feel bad. On the other hand, at lower level football, you just need tall players. You just need brutes of men. Let's just have a look. Carragher for them, 179 centimetres at centre-back. Who is their other centre-back? It's Softly, who's 180. To put that into perspective, just, you know, Quansah is 197 centimetres tall. Quansah is 17 centimetres taller than their next tallest player. Why is 17 metres in inches? Or 17 centimetres in inches? I'm going to do the translation for all of you at home. So for a bit of context, Quansah is 6.5 inches taller than their tallest defender. That's why we've bullied them off set pieces. And you know what? I have no remorse. Are we going to do it again? We can't keep getting away with this. Dunn back post heads it, hits the crossbar. We nearly scored 4 corners. I mean, if I'd realised their defence was this short, I would have started Quansah in the game anyway. It's not going to matter though. We win 4-2. We've got very, very fortunate there. But Gerald Quansah, Stephen Gold, on off the bench. I'm going to claim it's genius. In realities, it was just the superior height genes for corners that's worked out for us there. I mean, Southport got relegated last year. I have to suspect they're not great when it comes to set-piece defending in general because, yeah, their team's not big. So a really, really good performance. Quansah on off the bench, just doing Quansah things. He's just tall and can jump, and it turns out that's pretty valuable at lower level football. I do feel a little bit dirty to win just doing set pieces, but you can call me Tony Pulis. Maybe I'll wear a cap for next episode and look like even more of a fashion icon. 2 games where we've managed to score 4 goals. We're in a really, really good position, and as you can see here, we are actually into the FA Trophy Quarterfinal, which I think has to be when we're back next time. Whoever it's going to be against, they better have some tall players or they might be in a bit of trouble. If you have enjoyed today's episode, as always, do drop a like on it. A great way to mark 200 games as a manager in this year's Park to Prem. We're going strong in the league. We're in the FA Trophy. More cup football to come next time. I hope to see you guys on that video. And well, until then, take care. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.